Hello friend, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching us from. It's a very fine afternoon. It's around 12:30 p.m. It's on a sunny day. How are you doing? How is you and yours? I wanted to actually do a live stream, but unfortunately I had no idea that for you to do a live stream, it's like you apply, you wait, you have to wait for around 24 hours for some what they said verification, I think, and then maybe a live stream tomorrow. So not today. I actually wanted to do something. I already had carried my machete here, so I'll have to figure out what I'll be doing next after the live stream failed. Okay, it never failed, it's just that there are rules. We have to live by rules and guidelines. So YouTube has its own rules, and I do not have a problem with that. So welcome back, or welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Ino_Mark29. I'm enjoying my afternoon life in the village. This is my parents' house, the main house. So I'm enjoying every bit of living here. Remember, there is a time I asked you, are you enjoying where you are? And if you're not, then you shouldn't be like a tree. Trees never move. You should move to a place whereby you'll enjoy being there. So no, my father locked the gate, so I wanted to go outside, but I think I have a key somewhere. Let me pick it. So friend, here we are. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like we are continuing to grow. Let's continue doing it. The subscription, the support, and everything. So we live close to a road, so we have to be very careful. Like you cannot leave without locking the gate for security purposes. The other day when I visited my grandmother, she told me there are thieves here. Like crime has increased, and I do not really know how to address the issue concerning crime, because I normally talk about it. Like the crime that I'm talking about is whereby I believe these are young men. They break into someone's house. They steal. They steal hands. The funny thing is, like, these thieves normally come while they are, like, when they are hungry. Imagine a situation whereby someone comes, breaks into your house, cooks whatever maize flour you had in the house, slaughters a chicken, and then goes away. That is so bad. Like, it's very wrong. So my grandmother told me that the thieves have already broken into, it's within actually my area where we live. They've broken into, I think, 2 houses, if not 3. And after breaking into, they go with something. Like they steal. They break, they steal, and then they run away. So for the youth, who are watching this, maybe if you are watching and it happens you have a bro or a sis who is into theft, kindly maybe the advise them, like, it never they say crime never pays, so that is a very wrong. It's not how people are supposed to live. Like, stealing ain't good. Yeah, it's very wrong actually. So I told you the reason as to why we lock that gate over there is because there are incidences that have happened in the past whereby a man, you find like okay, let me not say a man, a situation whereby before dark, before it falls dark, before night comes, you find that there someone can come into your house. This something that I'm telling you that has happened, yeah, or happens. That is how thieves continue, like, developing their skills. Yeah, somebody is playing loud music and I think I'll pause, move, then I'll continue with the story. Yeah, so friend, what I was saying is there is the sun is actually on this other side. That is the reason as to why maybe I'm not visible enough. So what I was saying is there is a situation whereby situations whereby you come before night falls. Let me sit here, give you the story, then we continue. So before night comes, you find that people, thieves that is, I do not know if he operates alone or they operate like in pairs or maybe more than. So you find that before nightfall, someone comes into your house. You know, there are times that maybe you normally assume it's early, you leave your house or your door open, your main door, so someone comes into your house. After, I believe this is normally done by men, so the man comes into your house and goes, and I do not really know where they hide. I have no idea, but he hides somewhere. So he waits until you are asleep, like dead sleep, let me say that, because I do not really understand a situation whereby someone comes into your homestead and then waits for you to sleep, goes, opens the door, lives with electronics, things like maybe TVs, chairs, or utensils. Yeah, that is what normally happens. You sleep, and then you sleep with someone, with a stranger in your house, and then while you are asleep, he wakes up, like he's already in the house. Remember, you locked the doors, the windows, so he's in your house. So wherever he hides from, he comes out, takes at your TV, electronics. Actually, they target electronics, TVs, radios. They even take utensils. Yeah, that has happened a few homesteads here in the village. So that is the reason as to why we take a precaution, like we have to lock the gate, because someone might come in early, waits for you to sleep, then walks away with your property. Yeah, so which is not a good thing. Like, we should at least condemn those acts. Yeah, they're not really good. Yeah, this is the church that I told you. This their washroom, and the church is on the other side. Yeah, so we continue with our journey. Actually, I told you earlier, I planned to do a live stream, and then I've found that there are rules. So maybe tomorrow. I've never actually done a live stream. I've never. You know, live streams actually, after you hit 50 subscribers, it's when you are eligible or you can live stream. For me, I've never done it. I knew I could, but I've never done it. And that's the reason as to, you know, if I had not tried to live stream, I couldn't have found out that you have to wait for 24 hours, then you can now live stream. And also what I found out is that even if you can live stream, there is a limit that they, because I've not hit 1,000 subscribers, there is a limit that for people who can watch my live stream, there is a limit. There is a certain limit they put, so before you hit 1,000. So for me, we are at 237. We are growing. Yesterday we were at 235, so we've got 2 more, which is amazing. Yeah, so I want to actually I discovered that our cows, we have a certain, this sawdust, there is sawdust that we've spread where they sleep. So I discovered that they've really, it's depleting. It's not like the, how I put, like, it's not like it's actually decreasing in size. You know, they at times throw it away from where they sleep. There's a certain way they pull it behind, so it comes in contact with their the dung, their dung, cow dung. So we have to, when we clean it, we get some out. So there is some here, which is at a neighbor's place, you see. So my plan is, you see, is put it in the coffee plantation, I mean tea plantation, and at times when it gets too much, he burns it. Remember I told you there are no free things here, but I'm going to ask him if he can give me for free, or if not, then I'll buy it so that I take for our cows. Remember, they also need to be in a comfortable place. Yeah, they sleep well, they eat well, good milk, right? Let's go. So friend, remember I was going down, now I'm going up, and I have a smile on my face. With this smile, I believe you know why I'm smiling. Yeah, the reason as to why I'm smiling is because I talked to the guy, and the funny thing is, I know the guy, but I never knew this was his place. I found him on a certain day when we were connecting Wi-Fi to our place. I found him, and he had a few questions. He wanted to know more about the Wi-Fi. So I spoke to him, but I never knew this was his place. I normally pass by this place. I've passed here a few times while going to my father's tea plantation. Yeah, and he actually told me there is no problem, I can come and come with a sack and collect some. There are some, he told me, has given him headache to transportation. Like, remember, his house was like below where he has dumped that the sawdust. So what I'll do is I'll go pick the sacks and then come and collect the sawdust, so that, believe that tonight our cows are gonna sleep very comfy. Yeah, enjoying themselves. Amazing. Yeah, remember, this is the village, and I am the man who left the city to come and live in the village. Yeah, yeah, these are the scenes. It's very hot actually, very, very hot. Let me check the degrees. I have noticed, like, I have to stop filming and then tell you, check it out and then tell you. So friend, I remember there is a day I told you the degrees were about 40 something. No, the degrees have never hit 40 here. They were around Today the hot, like the temperatures, they are around 27. So the other day I think they were about 30 something. Yeah, so today it's not that hot, it's somehow favorable. Yeah, I know there are places that it hits more than 40 degrees. Really hot. So I need to fetch some maize for our for our chicks. Yeah, I know they're very hungry. They're worried, like, where is this man? I said they need some. I'll place the camera somewhere here. I go, I fetch. I hope it will not fall. Here we are enjoying. I really want them to enjoy, because this it never really lasts. Yeah, so next I'll give them some water. Yeah, this way we normally place their water so that they can, birds love water. Yeah, they are like we human beings. Like, we need water, lots of it. Yeah. Yes, so after this I'll carry the sack that I'm supposed to go and fetch sawdust with. Yeah. And then come spread it for the cows. So friend, remember I told you I would update you on the progress of the cows after they were medicated. This is Selena. There is no big change in her. It's been 2 weeks, I think. And this is where they sleep. So if you can see, maybe I take you closer or far. Yeah. Yeah, the sawdust is really decreasing compared to when I placed it over here. Just this, but I'll come to, I think I'll clean this out, but the problem is my neighbor is listening to his radio on the other side. So if maybe there will be no music playing, I'll do it. I'll film. But if there is music playing, I cannot move from here to go and ask him to reduce the volume of his radio. I think it's actually not my neighbor playing that. There are people working for him. So if there will be no music playing, I'll film the whole thing. But if music will be playing, then we will not film. I think, I believe you understand with the copyright issues. Like, I'm not supposed to play someone's music during my videos. So maybe, unless he or she gives me the green light, or maybe if he is not copyrighted the music, if he or she is not copyrighted the music, I'm trying to think of where I'll get a sack. There is one inside this traditional kitchen or old kitchen over here. So friend, I already carried my sack. Here it is. And I decided like I'll pass by the church and make a plan of maybe there is a very cool place here, which a very cool shade. I'm under it, and then I'm calculating, like, you know, the place that I'm going to fetch the sawdust from is below this small hill over here. Yeah, behind those houses. So I'm doing a math. I'm doing some calculations. Yeah, of how many trips I'm going to take. It's a very big sack. Yeah, very huge one. So I think I'll need like I'll take 2 trips. Also, the reason as to I'm telling you this is because the guy also told me to go and collect the sawdust from his place. He was playing music from a radio, so I'm sure when I get there I'll not film. Yeah, although I can, so that for me to remove the audio, but okay, let's go and see what will happen, right? Yeah, I'm not trying to roll it out. This is a field over here. This is where at times congregants. This is where they meet. Yeah, or maybe whenever there's a big function, they normally do it outside the church and not from the inside. So let's go and get the sawdust, so that our cows can can sleep comfortably, right? Yes, sire. There is another building over here. I really have no idea what was meant to be put there. It's like it was a certain project which someone started, and then midway, maybe there was not enough capital, or maybe they decided like they are not going to push forward with the project, so it's stuck. Yeah. On our way en route. Look at the clouds. Yeah, this is the time whereby we ask God, oh God, please, let there be rain. We need rain. Huh? Look at that. You remember that area over there? Yeah? Yeah, there is a day we went over there, whereby we found a certain lady who was quarrying or mining Maram. Yeah, that is the place. And I remember standing over that place and pointing this towards this direction, showing you where we came from. I can see a chicken running across the road over there. There are actually 4. So that's the place that I'm going to get sawdust from. Yep, there is no music. So this Gusii region, beautiful, evergreen. Yeah, we have no rains for the past almost a month. Yeah, it's nearing a month since it rained. But the funny thing is, when it starts raining to rain, they will also say like, oh God, it's enough, let it stop. Yeah, we are human beings, we complain a lot, or we complain about everything. Yeah, this is it, and down we go. So friend, this is the place, this is his working station. There are lots of furniture over here. They told me to pick from this side. Yeah. And I begin. Let me place our camera right here. There's a lot of it over here. Yeah, there's a lot of dust as well. Yeah, friends, so this is me carrying the load. The Lord and I. Yeah, friends, so this is the Lord. Yeah, the first trip, yeah, inside the compound. What I'll do is I'll take it, spread it, or maybe keep it at one place, and then I go for the second, because from a distance I can hear there is still music playing down there. So I'll heap it somewhere, I go for the second, and then we'll spread it later. Alright? So friend, while I was coming with my first bag, there were women who were speaking behind me. I think you heard them. The reason as to why they were having a conversation. At the same time they were worried. The thing is, I heard one say, one is a mother of a young child who they believe that has gone missing. I do not want to say that they've lost the kid, but they at the moment they cannot find where the child has gone to. So that is why they sounded worried, but I believe they'll find. I do not know if it's a boy or a girl, but we hope they'll find the child. So this is the final trip I'm going. It wasn't that heavy. Yeah, I thought it would be very heavy, like I wouldn't be able to lift it, but fortunately the one that I had carried earlier on, the one that they are sleeping on, it was very heavy. When I was picking it, it had been rained on, so this one is lighter. It's lighter comparing with the one that I took the first time, though not from that similar place. So we go for the final one, and unfortunately while I was placing that on the ground, the music was still loud, so I couldn't feel. But I hope when we'll be back there'll be no music, yeah, so that we complete this task and move to something else. Yeah, I think some went into my eye. I want to clean it first before I go for the second trip. Yeah, my eye is very itchy, very itchy. I think we are good. Yeah, and the flu is also leaving my body, so I'm recovering from that dangerous flu. I'm actually outside the church, although I believe some churches are normally opened so that if maybe you want to go in and worship, you just walk in, but this one is closed, though I do not belong to this denomination. Yeah, so I believe the churches should be at least not locked. There should be somebody, you know. The funny thing is, here in the village, people normally steal even from the churches, so that is the reason as to why I think they lock them, because somebody while I was working while I was working as a news presenter, I remember I did do a few stories whereby somebody breaks into a church, steals a microphone, amplifier, and speakers, cables. Yeah, I remember there is a time two pastors came to our radio station where I was working, and they were at least they put a word out that somebody broke into their church stall and walked away. So they wanted, like, if maybe you've heard or you've seen somebody selling a mixer, a microphone, you just inform them. So that is very tricky. As I think it's the reason as to why they close the churches. But those churches that do have maybe a security guard, I believe they normally do not close them. They just leave them open because there is somebody guarding, so that whenever someone wants to come and worship, he or she finds it easier. Yeah, to cut the long story short, I think I've rested enough. Let's go for the dust, not dust. So finally go to the last track. Here it is. And wait for it down. actually more than I expected. That's very good. Yeah. And we are done. Everything good. Yeah. Yeah, so friend, it was hectic, but I'm done. Though I have news that is not good. You see, I told you there was a lady who was looking for a child. I did, after I went for my second trip, I thought maybe, remember they were leaving towards a certain place, a school where by the child schools, but unfortunately, when they got there, the teacher told them the child was seen standing. The last time they saw the child was when I do not know if it's a he or she. So the last time the child was seen was when he was standing. Something tells me it's a he, is when he was standing at the gate of the school. But when unfortunately they've not found her, they went to a very far distance, which is a market known as Kiombu. But unfortunately, when they've not seen yet the child. But I can hear some cries outside the compound. Maybe let me check and see if it's the kid who was missing. Yeah. Let me check. So friend, after getting out, I thought I was to give you the good news. I thought it was the kid who had gone missing, but unfortunately it's not him, and those were different people. So what I'll do is I'll go to the place maybe at the evening hours and check and see if maybe they've found the child or not. Then I'll go tomorrow morning and then confirm if the child is still missing. It's not good news actually, it's very sad, but they do believe that maybe the kid is somewhere, the child is somewhere, and he or she will be found very soon. So I want to end this video here. It's not a happy video, but I believe we'll get the good news, right? Yeah, so that is the end of our today's stream. For today's video. Thank you very much for those who've kept on subscribing. We are increasing, and I believe we'll continue increasing as time goes by. It's a bye for now. So remember, subscribe, right? Bye. Take care of yourself and take care of your loved ones.